Doesn't matter what you did, where you were. If you go out there, you are an Avenger.
This Friday, experience the motion picture event critics are calling epic in every sense of the word.
You get one shot of this.
They haven't invented a screen big enough for Avengers Age of Ultron.
Not one of us can do it without the others.
It's an exhilarating experience. You won't have more fun anywhere.
Show them what we got.
Avengers Age of Ultron.
One of the first exercises that they're taught is how to animate a bouncing ball.
A bouncing ball?
Yeah, a sphere.
That doesn't sound very exciting.
We can't draw monkeys or spaceships?
All right, so after this drawing, what I'm going to show you, I've left like a few drawings for you to do. All right, the ball is going to actually drop down. This is on the ground.
Okay.
So what has to happen though, if the ball doesn't change shape, all right, we can't tell if anything happened.
Okay.
All right. So in fact, let me show you something.
Animators will often reference real-life items to get a better idea of how to animate objects in motion. For this exercise, Kathy used a water balloon to show me what she calls the squash and stretch.
In this water balloon, there's a specific amount of water, right? So it's not going to change if I squish it. It's not going to change if I stretch it up like this. All right? The water, the amount stays the same.
Okay.
So what's really important in animation is that the volume of the object doesn't change. What really is important is the shape. Okay? So when we change the shape of something, we're actually giving our audience a visual clue that there are forces at work.
All right, I can do this. Sounds simple enough, right? Kathy had already done a few drawings, so all I had to do was fill in the blanks. But of course, it was a little more complicated than just drawing a circle.
All right, let's draw a ball. Okay, so what you want to do is show that the forces are acting upon this ball, right? So you want to squash it like something imaginary, squishing it down. Okay, so that's our visual clue that something's happening. You got
I need my ground.
Right. So look at all of this stuff, the
So
top of the ball, right? Exactly.
Would go
You displace
outwards.
it, just like the balloon.
Like when I eat chocolate cake.
So you said 8 years. How long did it take you to get good at this?
Well, probably 8 years. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing process.
So you're still
but
learning?
Yes, absolutely. Every animator I've ever met is always trying to learn and do better and just get better and better. But, you know, the one thing that you want to do in production is pick up speed.
Oh. Well, I'm not, well, okay, well, here.
You have two more, you just have two more drawings to do, and those are the most fun.
Goodness.
Remember,
oh, the squish and stretch.
Yeah, the squash.
Oh,
Remember
squash.
your vegetables, squash and stretch.
Squash and stretch. That's what we do at the gym.
The variations of each drawing are what gives you the illusion of motion once the ball is animated. Kathy showed me that we can preview what it's going to look like using the flip technique.
And I wanted to draw a monkey.
So basically we finished our drawing and we're here in, what do you call this?
We could call it a down shooter. We could call it
I like down
testing.
shooter.
Yeah, down shooter. That's
Okay.
really what it is. So we have a camera on a stand with some lights so we can see our work.
Yep.
And it's all connected to a computer.
So we take a picture of each
Drawing. Right, and we're kind of in the middle of it here, so let's take a picture of this one. And guess what's next? Your
My squishy.
beautiful squished ball.
Woohoo!
All right, there it is. And that's the last shot. And there's your finished product, all rendered out, and that ball is bouncing.
If it takes
Hey, Etch. Draw.
There's a new toy in town.
Go!
Animators have discovered computers.
They're here!
And the face of animation is about to change forever. With Toy Story, the first computer-animated feature film in the history of motion pictures. In the next half hour, we're going to go behind the scenes to see who's who and what's what with this amazing new film from Pixar and Walt Disney Pictures. So get your eyeballs focused and your volume adjusted, and let's go.
To infinity and beyond!
When people aren't around, toys come to life. You knew that, right? That's me, Annie Potts.
Don't let it get you down, Woody.
In Toy Story, I'm the voice of Bo Peep, a porcelain lamp who has a big crush on a cowboy doll named Woody.
Oh, hi, Bo.
What do you say I get someone else to watch the sheep tonight?
Hell yeah!
The film tells the story of Woody, an old-fashioned pull-string toy, and Buzz Lightyear, a supercharged action figure who threatens to take over as the top toy in Andy's room.
Woody, who's up there with you?
Hello?
Oh, yeah! Ah! Whoa!
Oh, impressive wingspan.
Look at him. He's got more gadgets on him than a Swiss Army knife.
Toy Story features the voices of Tom Hanks and Tim Allen, and music by Grammy winner Randy Newman. But it was the film's director, John Lasseter, who guided all of us involved in Toy Story toward the computer-animated world that existed only in his imagination.
I felt like I was on to something new.
Your job today is to act like an angry potato.
Here's how it works. From the storyboards, the technical directors modeled the characters in 3 dimensions within the computer. Then the animators, like Pete Docter, test the models of the characters to see if the animation variables, or AVARs, work correctly.
I would just make sure that each pose is pushed about as far as I can get it. And then I've tested a lot of the expressions. He's got great snarls and sneers.
And then when that's done, it's ready for the animators to make the characters come alive.
What we tried to do is get everything to read just in the acting, the pantomime, and then when you stick the face on, it'll only plus that.
To give you an idea of how complicated it is, Woody has 212 animation controls just for his head, 58 for his mouth alone.
While all this is going on, Ralph Eggleston and his amazing staff designed all the sets in the film. I mean, we're talking about the neighborhood, the street, the trees, the leaves on the trees, the houses, the bedrooms, the beds, the furniture, all the way down to the little dust balls in the corner.
Hey, guys! Guys! Hey! Son of a building block! It's Woody!
One of the things we tried to do with this film was to remove it from its computer look. You know, the thing that the computer does easiest is straight lines, and we have our share of straight lines because this is a film with a lot of architecture. But we tried to soften it by rounding corners slightly here and there, and using a lot of specialized lighting, a lot of bounce light, and a lot of very, very careful lighting. A really great lighting crew on this film.
This was no accident.
The computer animation process, from beginning to end, looks like this.
All right, that's enough. Look, we're all very impressed with Andy's new toy.
Toy?
T-O-Y. Toy.
Excuse me, I think the word you're
With the animation. As the day of the Toy Story release drew near, the film went through the final days of post-production. Scenes were rechecked for final color and lighting, and then sent back to the lab. Actors were called back one final time for as little as one line.
Wow!
And the soundtrack got mixed with meticulous attention to detail.
I can't see a thing.
We are in the last 2 weeks of production here, and we're doing the final mix here at Skywalker Ranch. This is where you take the music Randy Newman has done, the sound effects Gary Reitzman has done, and the dialogue, and I'll balance it so that the sound is exactly what you will hear in the theater.
Oh yes, one minor note here. Andy's birthday party has been moved to today.
Next we have... What do you mean the party's today? His birthday's not till next week.
What's going on down there?
In 1982, John Lasseter saw his future. Inspired by the possibilities of computer animation, he set out on a 13-year journey. With Toy Story, he has arrived, and with him a generation of artists who use computers to imagine new stories and new worlds to set them in.
The last 4 years of this production, the thing I feel the most satisfaction out of is the working with the people on the production. Everybody's going to notice and talk about the fact this is the very first computer animated feature film, but the computers are just tools. They didn't create this picture, it's the people that created the picture, and we had such a fantastic group of people, and I had so much fun working with them, and that's what I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
When the road looks up ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, just remember this old pair said, boy,
How do I get stuck with you? It's a movie, buddy.
Yeah, you got a friend.
You uncultured swine!
Way to go, Idaho!
You all right?
Might be a little bit smarter than I am.
Buddy, this way. Years of academy training wasted.
None of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy. And it's
Merry
the years
Christmas,
go by.
Sheriff.
A friendship will never die.
Snap out of it, bud!
It's our destiny.
Hey, cover!
Got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me.
We're almost there!
You got a friend.
I've learned so much about this medium from making this film that it's given all of us ideas on what we can do in the future, and clearly this is just the beginning.